Hi guys, I'm just sat in a park, taking in the sun. The other day, on my birthday is the 27th of February, I decided I wanted to climb a mountain. And I don't know where this urge came from, but I just felt like I'm gonna climb a mountain. And it was honestly one of the best things I've ever done in my life. You feel like I found a new passion. It really made me realize how much nature and doing things that make you feel alive. I felt so present, so happy. Like I was just smiling the whole time. I just noticed myself and how happy I actually was being in that environment. And that's what I want to do. Like I feel like that is what I was meant to do at that time. And nothing is stopping me from doing that, and nothing is stopping you. Like I feel like we don't know how free we actually are. Like we don't realize how free we are. Like we can just get up and go somewhere whenever we want to. But the thing that holds us back is our minds and our beliefs about whether or not you should do something, or feeling that you're not ready, or it's not right. Like it holds you back. And I feel like before my birthday, I'd say about 2 weeks before that, I felt so down. I felt really quite depressed, and I didn't really understand why. I'll go through these periods of feeling really good and I'll have so much clarity, to feeling like my mind is a mess again and lost. I'd say I just feel lost again. And I think the reason why people and me fall back into these, I kind of fell back into like these unconscious patterns of, part of me is conscious that I'm doing it, but I just physically cannot stop and I can't get out of it in that moment. I feel like I'm just trapped in that cycle. There's this thing called dark night of the soul, where you gain all this awareness, all these realizations. You know that your old belief systems are holding you back. You know your full potential, because we all do. Deep down, we all know that we're not working at our full potential, and we all know that we're meant for more. But because you've been running on these old patterns and this conditioning for most of your life, and the fear, you fall back into it because that's all you know. But when you're trying to break out of it, you are still kind of running on you're like running on the old you, even though you've stepped into this new version and this new awareness. But you've not fully embodied the new awareness yet. You're not fully adopted those new habits. So I felt like I was in this middle ground of like, I'm still doing some of my old habits and I still can fall back into my old habits, but I've got this totally new awareness. And it made me feel really depressed, and made me feel really like annoyed. Like it's just annoying, because it's like I want to get out of it, but why am I still doing the same things? We're just running on this old belief system, this old habits. So breaking out of that, you have to do what makes you feel uncomfortable. No matter how you feel, like you just got to do it. And you've got to push past those fears. Because when you push past the fears, you're overriding your old belief systems, your old patterns. Because your ego is what's driving most of your habits. And when you really understand what you want, like the real you behind it all. Like, you just need to push past those old habits by just doing the thing that you tell yourself you want to do, no matter how you feel, no matter how hard it is, no matter how uncomfortable it is. When I decided to climb this mountain, even though some people say it's not the hardest mountain to climb, I've never climbed a mountain. I've never even done a really long hike. But something just told me I want to climb this mountain. It is the highest mountain in the UK. I climbed Snowdon. And it was in winter as well. It's really cold at the top. Like, when you get to the top, it's so snowy and so like blizzard like. But I was like, that's what I want to experience. I want to experience the full range. But I don't want to take the easy route. Like, I want to do I think there's all these different routes. There's easy, medium, and hard. I was like, I don't want to do the easy one. I want to do the medium one. I'm not going to do the hard one yet, because I'm not going to get too confident. I don't want to like do it the easy way. I want to just go for it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it. And I went, and I remember like walking up and I was like, oh no, what have I got myself into? But then I just was like, wait, this is amazing. This is exactly what I need to do right now. And I was just walking, I just felt so happy. I was like looking around like, wow, this doesn't even feel real. Like, the views are crazy. Like, they're beautiful. And I was like just stuck in my room like a day ago. I was just in my room. I was in the same bubble, in the same environment, and I felt quite down. But I've just switched my environment and just decided, I want to go and climb a mountain in Wales. And I was the most happy I've ever felt. And I do think your environment does shape you, and it really does. It affects your mood. Because you can think you're depressed, and you can think that you're lost. But it's because it's not, you're not actually depressed or lost. You're just suppressing what you generally want to do, and it's making you feel depressed. I had this urge to climb this mountain, so I just did it. Instead of just dwelling on it forever and being like, yeah, I want to do it, I can't wait to do it, I'm going to do it in the future, like, do it when I'm ready. Nah, just do it. I just did it. I made it a reality in that moment. And it was like the most freeing feeling. It just felt perfect. And I think it is because I went for I followed my intuition. I didn't question it, I just did it. Because if I did question it, and if I did doubt myself, I wouldn't have done it. I would have just thought about it. When I have an urge, I'm going to follow it. Even if it does seem crazy. Even if it does seem scary. Just going to follow it. If I didn't climb that mountain, I wouldn't have realised that may be the direction I wanted to go in. Like, I wouldn't realise, oh my God, that is really what brings me true joy. Because I felt a little lost, because I was like, what actually does bring me joy? Like, what lights me up inside? And I was really struggling, because I just didn't feel like things really lighted me up. Like, I want to feel that light and that passion and that happiness constantly. Well, I understand it's like you're not going to feel like that constantly, but I want to feel like that as much as possible. And generally for me, it is just doing, like, adventuring. Like, I love adventuring. I love discovering myself whilst adventuring. I love pushing my limits, my mental, physical limits, like hiking and traveling and exploring places that I've never seen. That's what brings me joy. No, that is my passion. I love hiking. I love doing that. Climbing mountains. I want to climb a bigger mountain now. Like, oh my god, like getting to that summit. Wow. Absolutely amazing. It literally makes me emotional. Oh my god, why am I getting emotional? Oh my god, I'm literally getting emotional. This is, maybe I didn't even realise how much it was until now. Yeah, like exploring myself. Maybe it is like maybe doing it in real life is literally like a metaphor to like exploring myself, because what I'm passionate about is exploring myself and exploring what reality is, and it's what's made me want to create content to share it and to see if other people feel that way and to help others. But I think what was making me feel a bit lost and depressed still was because I wasn't doing it in the physical, like I wasn't exploring the world. Maybe I feel like when I'm in nature, I feel so close to a higher power, because I'm literally looking around and seeing, oh my god, God created all of this, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like being in the mountains and seeing the views and just like, wow, like I feel so happy. And it's probably because as well, like it's because something higher is like created all of this, and I'm seeing it with and experience it in that present moment with my own eyes, my own awareness, and I feel in awe. That whole feeling is like otherworldly. It's like I don't know, it's like deep, it's like a deep appreciation, a deep realization of like, wow, like this is the earth that I live on, and I can choose to just do this any time. I'm like free to do that, but it's up to me whether or not I take the action to do it and just follow it. Climbing that mountain has really made me want to explore more now. Like I want to just travel and explore all these different places. So it's given me a bit of drive, and just like I can't stop thinking about it, and it's like I'm dreaming about it, and it's like that is something I've always deep down wanted to do, and I can kind of feel it, like even when I was a kid, like it's very I wanted to explore and I wanted to adventure constantly. Like that was my thing. Like I loved, and even recording videos, I used to do that when I was younger, and just record myself exploring different places. And yeah, like I think that part of me has never left, but I think I got kind of down because I stopped doing that, and I was wondering why I felt depressed and why I felt down. And it's like, it's literally because I'm not doing what my inner child wants me to do. Like when I'm exploring, I feel like I'm playing, like I'm playing like a video game with myself. I don't know, it's just like pushing your limits, pushing your boundaries, and exploring new parts of the map. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Like when I've gone to a place that I've never been before, I'm like exploring I'm exploring new parts of the map in the game of life. I like to treat life as if it's a game, because it makes it fun. It makes it more enjoyable. I think everyone in the world is too serious. And we just need to let go a little bit and just adventure and stop holding ourselves back because we want to feel comfortable. I'm going to push myself. I'm literally... being uncomfortable is where true happiness is, I think. Past discomfort. Because it's so rewarding when you've pushed past your capability. When you really overcome the limits that you've had within yourself. And you're like, wow, like I can do more than what I set my mind to. I'm way more capable than I think I am. So just follow joy. Follow those urges, those intuitive nudges. Follow it. And don't even question it. And don't try and rationalize it. Don't try and be logical about it. Just do it. Suppressing yourself and holding back, that's not a good idea. That doesn't make you feel happy. Distracting yourself doesn't make you feel happy. Just following joy and doing it for your higher self. That is where you'll grow the most. And you'll realise more about yourself. I've definitely realised more about myself just taking action on something I wanted to do. Because I've literally feel like I've found my passion, my purpose. My purpose is to explore. And like for me, it's just to explore. It's to explore, it's to grow, it's to understand the world around me, to understand myself. I just love exploring the world. I love nature. So that's what I'm gonna do now, like 100%. Just go for it.